already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host DB and host Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday night?
Oh, just wonderful, Billy. Got plenty of sun over the weekend. Went to a Bucko game and went to Monday Night Raw, and they filmed SmackDown last night at PPG Paints Arena. It was a hell of a 48 hours for me, and as you can see, got a little bit too much sun. You can probably see the burns right here. Yeah, it's worse on my knees, I promise you. But anyway, I wanted to start out the show wishing everybody a happy Bobby Bonilla Day. Yes. It is July 1st, the year of our Lord 2025, and 10 more years of Bobby Bonilla Day, where he receives his $1.193 contractual obligation from the New York Mets, who, as a side note, got absolutely murdered by the Pirates over the weekend. A combined score 30-4 in a sweep of the once first place New York Mets. Yes. So, Doug, if you're watching.
Oh, he is.
Good. Yeah. Good. Glad I could rub it in to start the show.
Yes. No, and also, yes, I think there's some people that wait for us to come on at 8 o'clock. Yeah, time constraints are, I don't follow them. I kind of show up when I want. So, Trevor, we're
yeah, you're good. You had a little chaotic work day. I kind of did as well. And, I basically had to shovel my relatives out of here this morning and then get to work. So that was
good visit.
Deal with all that stuff. But a little chaotic day for us, but we're going to top it off.
No.
The only way we know how to do on a Tuesday.
Yes. No. And a lot of news to go through here. A lot of segments on Trevor's side and news as well. Stick around for debate time with me later. Also be a man question with Trevor as well. But no, June was a blockbuster for the Steelers to end the month here. We thought TJ Watt was going to get a deal done with the Steelers. That didn't happen. We have a Micah Fitzpatrick trade that shocked the whole social media, all the Yinzers and Steeler fans out there losing their minds. Feelings on TJ not having his deal done yet, though, Trevor. I feel like the last 3 weeks we've talked about it, but
okay, we're going to start with that and then move to the Minka thing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Very shocking that wasn't necessarily like first on their priorities list. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of trying to jump into the shoes of TJ Watt here. Like, you can go get this deal done and go get an aging veteran and Jalen Ramsey, trade Minka for him, but you can't get my deal done yet. I don't know. I figured that might kind of bug him. And other teams are obviously feeling that out too. There's been many teams that have contacted the Steelers, and whether the Steelers are picking up the phone in regards to trading TJ Watt, I haven't heard anything of the sort yet. Mm-hmm. But if they pick up one of these calls, who knows what the hell's going to happen? I seriously doubt it. I still believe both sides want to really get a deal done here and make sure that TJ Watt is a lifetime Steeler, much like, his running mate Cam Hayward on the defensive side of the ball. Mm-hmm. But with each passing day, I get more and more nervous. Right. I've expressed, over the past several weeks, I couldn't stand watching him in another team's uniform.
Right.
And I know, his production last year, latter half of the year, was what it was. He was dealing with some injuries as well. But it's TJ Watt, perennial Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and I would say the best defensive player in football. I am a little biased. I know some would say Myles Garrett, others would say Micah Parsons. Got it. Yeah, totally fine. But he's in that conversation for sure.
Yeah, no, and just if you live under a rock again, I know that's become a theme on here, but 4 times first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, 7 years running, is in contract year. Still negotiating with the Steelers, like Trevor alluded to as well, but skipped team's mandatory minicamp. That's old news as well, June 10th to June 12th. And there hasn't been much progress, but there's still a conversation, Trevor. So hopefully in the next week or weeks here, we have TJ in the black and gold. We'll see here, though. But transitioning over to the trade that shocked the the whole world. Minka Fitzpatrick goes to the Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey comes over with tight end Jonnu Smith. Some draft picks involved there as well. Saw someone post on Facebook as well that the Steelers roster would have been cool in 2016. Feelings on. Yeah.
I mean,
that was a gut punch when I saw that comment. I'm like, you're fucking right though.
What did it exactly say? Do you know offhand what exactly it said?
It just said this roster would have been really cool in 2016. Now
the roster itself. Okay.
Yeah, now it's kind of weird. As AF. That's what somebody.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers past his prime. Old Cam Hayward. Older TJ Watt. I mean, TJ Watt wouldn't even been around in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Old Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
it's weird. Old Darius Slade too. Let's not forget that. Right. We have a roster built with a ton of old guys, and we just keep piling on.
Yeah,
old and talented guys, but guys that are potentially past their best years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Dulac of Steelers Insiders even said it on the Rich Eisen show today. This was very much a departure from a normal Steelers offseason. I had my uncle Steve. You might know him.
Yes,
he's a Raiders fan, and we were talking Steelers offseason, and not once did I bring up the Raiders because they have had the most normal offseason that they've had in a long ass time.
Yes,
they drafted well. They're signing free agents to fill holes, and they're just kind of filling out their roster, trying to develop into the future, build off that 4-win season that they had last year. Whereas the Steelers kind of got, we're kind of picking and grabbing at everything. It feels like we're throwing spaghetti against a wall to see what works here. Mm-hmm. Making a crap ton of decisions, a crap ton of transactions. Obviously, the latest one, trading Minka Fitzpatrick, which I really was not in favor of, the most blockbuster one to date.
Yes.
Now, I will say, in regards to the Jonnu Smith piece, very athletic tight end, very much like a Freiermuth type, but much more receiver, and he's quicker. He's he's quicker off the first step in his route there. So he could serve us very well. You can line him up from receiver. You can line him up tight end. He's mostly going to be a slot guy, though, used in passing sets, and I would say third and longer situations, second and longer situations when you need to get some more yards. Mm-hmm. But the Minka piece, trading for Jalen Ramsey, I can see how that might look like a 1-for-1 deal. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, where does this leave our safeties? It looks like we have all the cornerback depth in the world now. You got JPJ, Darius Slay, and now Jalen Ramsey. But who are we going to have on the back end? Honestly, I forget who our safety is right now.
Well, you got, I don't know.
I was going to say, let me look at the old ESPN to see who's on the back end for us. Probably should have looked at this beforehand, but yeah. Oh, Elliott, that's right. Deshaun Elliott, which I mean, he had a good season last year. Don't get me wrong, filled in well, but is he ready to be a full-time guy? Maybe. Yeah. And then you got Juan Thornhill back there as well, which I don't know if those two are good as Minka. I know Minka didn't exactly have the production or the splash plays in the last couple seasons, but I don't know. It's interesting. I could turn out to be wrong here, but I've seen very, very mixed reactions from Steeler Nation. I know Pat McAfee was super excited about it. A lot of people in socials were excited about it. Then there was a bunch of people that are like, this might be a nothing burger. I don't know.
So I think, and you and me know football, Trevor. To the fans out there with the stats, there's a reason why he doesn't have high stats. They're not throwing where Minka is. They're not targeting over the, back middle field, what have you, because he's a ball hawk. Yeah. But the other thing is his character. I know everybody was wanting to see where I was going to go with it, is a little better than Ramsey's. So that's just kind of what I'm worried about. That's all I'm worried about.
A little bit.
And he was very talented. Also, we get him from the team that we are trading him back to. It's just interesting how this all developed. I don't know. I am going to miss Minka. But if Ramsey can keep his head on straight, like a lot of other Steelers players in the past, and play good, that would be good. I would like to see that.
Yeah, we seem to be acquiring head cases too.
That's the problem here.
Yeah.
It's a head case off-season. Off-season head cases.
Metcalf, Jalen Ramsey now, Darius Slay to an extent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And the psychic doctor, Rogers. I believe in Rogers. So if you're just seeing us again and you wanted to see our reaction, yeah, I'm okay with Rogers because he's taken Howard under his wing. But also, we might also talk about it. We might also talk about it too, not wait till later in the conversation over news here. Tyler Boyd is also interested in joining the Steelers, and that's a 10-year vet that might saw his better football years in the past. So what do you think about him joining the forces as well?
I don't know. I forget what that old team was. Back in I think it was like the 70s or the 80s. There was an old excuse me while I say this, because this was what they were back in the day, was the Redskins.
Oh, yeah.
Where the average age of their players was like 31, 32 years old. They somehow made the playoffs. I don't think the Steelers are anywhere near that average age per se, but
no,
trending in that direction. Normally you want to get guys as they're getting into their prime, as they're on the end of their rookie contract, getting into their second contract, or at the start of their second contract. We're getting guys on their third and, well, potentially fourth contracts.
Yeah.
It's an interesting, very interesting off season. I don't love it. But at the same time, I didn't want them to do the same thing that they did last year and the year before that and the year before that, which was to say drafted decently well. They usually draft decently well, and just kind of plugged in spots with bodies. They didn't really, get, I guess, too high end of talent, and they didn't make any blockbuster trades like they did this season. They have two of them now, the Metcalf and now the Minka.
Yeah.
No.
And just looking forward to Minka's going to be joining an ex-Steeler on the secondary team there in Miami, Artie Burns. Haven't heard that name in a while. So
is that who he's on now, Miami?
Yeah. It's just,
damn.
I'm sick of seeing Steelers that we draft go to these other. I want to get back to that mold.
No,
but it's a changing
send
league.
them all to Miami then. I don't care.
Well, they're becoming the new Cardinals basically for us here, Trevor. Or the Raiders. But
the Raiders.
Yeah, no. Speaking of the Raiders, Tom Brady's countdown to Ken is well underway. He has, I felt, played a focal point in the decisions that we've seen in the draft and also offseason moves. Again, Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, what have you. But he's saying directly to a reporter here, I don't know who the reporter's from, but he's just saying he's acting as a soundboard. Do you think he's more involved than just a soundboard?
Oh, 100%.
That's what I thought too.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
there's no way he's not constantly in Mark Davis's ear.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, Mark Davis and the GM, they're going to have the final say, sure, but this is the most, I even alluded to it earlier, this is the most sensible Raiders offseason that I've experienced in a long time. They're in a rebuild stage. They know it. They're not making these crazy moves, trying to go get veterans and trying to get too good too quickly and sacrificing some of their future. They're hanging on to their future. They're leveraging their future for the future. They're not mortgaging anything. They're not making, to my understanding and from our analysis of how they drafted a while back, they didn't really reach for anybody either. Made the most common sense pick you can think of at number 6, obviously Ashton Genty. Still need a quarterback long term. You have Geno this year, but long term, you're going to need a quarterback. And they hired Pete Carroll, who is known for getting the most out of the talent that he has. He didn't have the greatest of talent in Seattle once Russ left, and they still made the playoffs. I don't care if he's 73. He might as well be 50.
Yeah.
Because that's how he's going to act, and that's how he's going to coach his team. And, but yeah, as far as Tom Brady goes, you bet your ass he has his finger on the pulse, but he probably has his finger on a couple of red buttons too.
Yeah. No, and I think too the philosophy he's brought in there, Trevor's winning games in September starts with what happens in February, March, and April. I think that's what we didn't see with the Raiders, and now what we're starting to see with the Raiders. So, like Trevor alluded to, the offseason, this was
backwards, dude.
It's not Al Davis drafting a punter in the first round.
Or Mike Mitchell in the first round.
Right. God rest his soul. He had his own way of looking at a football team, but God, but Captain Insano have a good 10-7 season coming. Well, we'll be touching on their schedule, and I'm probably going to be reaching on some wins, but we'll see what happens with
guaranteed. If you have them going above 500 against the NFC North, I'm going to be, I wouldn't be too surprised maybe, but if you have them going 4-0 against the NFC North, that's when I'll say, hey, whoa, you got to calm the fuck down over there.
Maybe 3-1. We'll see. I got to look. I
don't think we're beating the Lions. I really.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a game, but
gonna enjoy that.
But New Orleans here. People are probably wondering what the hell happened if you watched the halftime show of the Super Bowl. Like, I don't even know the number of people that watched the Super Bowl. It's millions and millions and millions. Super Bowl halftime show performer was charged Thursday with 2 misdemeanors about 4.5 months after he ran across the field at the Superdome, waving a flag that included the words Sudan and Free Gaza. I'm not going to pronounce this gentleman's name because I'm going to totally butcher it, so out of respect of him, but he was 41, turned himself into authorities to face charges resisting a police officer, disturbing the peace by interrupting a lawful assembly. Also, Trevor, he is banned for life from any league, stadium, or event, or I guess being involved in a performance. Feelings on this?
Yeah, rightfully so.
Okay.
Rightfully so. I'm not going to get too into it because this is a very...
away.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. I can understand why you might want to use that platform to make a political statement, but guess what? You don't have the leverage to do so.
Right.
And if the guy wanted to be a martyr, great. He's now a martyr because he's going to be going to jail for a while.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to say stupid games, stupid prizes, but that's kind of the genesis of how I feel about this whole situation. Yeah.
Well, and we've seen it, not even him doing a peaceful protest in a sense, but even just other people that are doing more jackass things, just going streaking on the field. They've been banned and reached high fines, and they didn't realize that happens. It's like, well, hey,
yeah,
you can't.
And I understand that this guy might have been, he might have been peaceful, but he was doing it in amongst all this chaos. Correct. So naturally, you have a group of people all together. Well, not just in the stadium, just on the field, like the dancers and everybody. So could be potentially perceived as threatening if you have movement combined with the imagery that was associated with this incident, could be perceived as very, very threatening. And rightfully so, the authorities stepped in and said, hey, no, you're not doing that again. And guess what? You're not going to be attending an NFL game ever again.
Right. No, we hope he finds peace in his life somehow. And well, hopefully everything works out with that development. Just had to talk about it there, throw it in there.
No, I got you. Yeah, very, very bizarre. Very bizarre situation.
Oh, yeah. No. But no, another bizarre situation here. After controversy, another controversy. Free agent kicker.
The theme is bizarre this week, apparently.
Justin Tucker has been suspended without pay for the first 10 weeks of the 2025 season due to violations of the NFL personal conduct policy. The league announced last Thursday. We've already talked about it, improper behavior during certain massage sessions. But also, Trevor, he was cut from the Ravens, if you didn't hear about that, folks. And also, he's not on an active roster. So I guess how this doesn't really matter if he doesn't get signed to a team. They kind of just put a ban on him for no reason. There's no wage garnish or anything.
I think you know where I'm going with the notepad here.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Yeah, Trevor. Yeah.
Yeah. Long overdue. because I didn't initially get him on here when the story initially broke, because we wanted to see how it developed, how it went through the courts, and we've seen that now. It has culminated in a 10-game suspension for Justin Tucker, and as such, due to his misconduct, to I believe 16 women came forward, said alleged inappropriate conduct. So 2/3 of what Deshaun Watson was accused of, and apparently it's an AFC North thing to go and touch masseuses. So for that, Justin Tucker, you are officially on the Buckle Up with the Boys shit list.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's easy. Pardon the stain on that. I think that's coffee.
That's all right.
I think that's coffee.
I didn't even see it until you said it.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's pretty prominent. I kind of saw it when I was holding it up to the camera, and yeah, figured just so people know, it's not anything nefarious. It's just coffee.
Fair enough. But anyways, there was a statement from his agent, Robert Roche. I'm going to say Roche, whatever.
Yeah,
we are disappointed with the NFL's decision. That was the statement. Justin has always strived to carry himself in a way that would make his family and community proud. He stands by his previous statements in order to put this difficult episode behind him and get back on the field as soon as possible. So good luck to you, Justin. Whatever you have to do there. I don't think you're going to be getting on a team, but find help.
I doubt it. Yeah. And I guess to add on to a couple details with that, the suspension does become official August 26th. So if he does join a team, he can play preseason and attend camp, but cannot play in any regular season games, those 10 regular season games up until November 11th when he's reinstated. And 16 massage therapists allegedly occurred over 2012 to 2016 time period. Yeah. So it took a little while for those accusations to come out, and obviously that was very early in his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, the verdict has been handed down.
Yes.
And thankfully this wasn't as long and as drawn out as the whole Deshaun Watson thing, because that was just one after another after another after another after another.
Yep.
Women that were coming out, and I don't believe he was pursued criminally either. In this suit, just civilly.
Yeah,
because they probably saw the precedent with the Deshaun Watson thing. So.
Correct. Yeah. No, and so if you see him in a Browns uniform, don't be shocked. Anyways, we're going to keep it moving here with that.
I would say don't be shocked if you see him in a Raiders uniform, but one, they still have Daniel Carlson, and two, the Raiders are actually being sensible this year.
Correct.
So would it be the Browns that takes in the degenerates now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will hold on to that till the day I die after they signed Deshaun. That contract.
I mean, that's one major case, but there haven't been many others with the Browns anyway.
No. Well, Josh Gordon, he had that situation.
Well, I mean, he was with a bunch of teams when he was.
Yeah.
It was,
and now it's legal.
more than a one-time thing.
Yeah, Ricky Williams. We could go on that for hours.
Well, I mean, geez, do we want to talk about Le'Veon Bell and LeGarrette Blount?
Yeah. But
no one's innocent, Billy. There's just people that are less innocent.
No, and I've been comparing these two guys, and a lot of people have not liked my comparison. But Josh Allen sends flowers to Drake May, saying he amplifies football. I've thought Drake was just a up and coming new Josh Allen in a sense how the play styles are very similar, same build as well. But he goes on to say that, basically Drake is the future of young quarterbacks, and he's his favorite young quarterback to watch in the league. So feelings on, I guess, Josh giving him the flowers and knowing that Drake's going to have to deal with Stephon Diggs.
Well, not only that, they're going to have to deal with each other in the AFC East.
Correct.
So, that'll be fun. Normally, you don't see this kind of divisional banter.
Yeah.
But Josh, and what he saw in himself, he sees in Drake May.
Yeah.
He sees himself in him. It's like looking in a mirror.
Yeah.
And I see the potential. I do.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
saw how Josh bulked up over the years and
Yeah.
became the 6'5", 245-pound beast that he is today.
Yep.
Drake May could do the same thing. Like you said, similar styles of play. Makes all the
Yeah.
sense in the world to me.
Yeah.
Got to get
was
him
gr-
some receivers, though. Got to get him some. I think he's going to be more weapon dependent than Josh Allen was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would argue that.
Yeah. And I would say too, it is refreshing, and Josh goes up on my list a little more with kind of giving flowers to a younger up and
I
comer.
was going to say you're
nice.
complimenting Josh Allen quite a bit these past several weeks.
I think the marriage, maybe Haley Steinfeld changed him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the Haley Steinfeld effect.
You know,
It's like the Livy Dunn effect.
you know,
You look upon the male of the relationship more affectionately, I guess, more, I don't know, lovingly. Probably not to that extent, but you know what I mean.
When they play the Steelers, I'll go back to hating them, and then the next day,
if
we win, we're
nice
okay.
Nice guy, if you don't win, your whole week's ruined. So
yeah, that I will tell you. Yeah, I don't know if there's other fans, but if the Steelers lose, I know it's going to be a shitty week, and it's a fucking dumpster fire. But
that's a manifestation thing, Billy. You got to start some positive manifestation.
Yeah,
you know
get a Zen garden and rake the sand.
Right.
But anyway, yeah,
I can get you some ayahuasca from Mr. Rogers down here. I think he lives in Mount Washington.
That would be wonderful. Love to go on a
journey.
visit.
Fuck. Yeah. I go to work tomorrow. I can pay him a visit.
Yeah. But that's all the news I had. I'll be back later with debate time. We'll go over to Trevor's news and segments.
Yeah, sounds good, buddy. We'll keep the NFL flow going here. We'll get right into our NFL schedule predictions for the 2025 season. It's our first 3-team week, Billy.
Yes.
And I do have something to confess to the people. For once, I did not do my picks in advance. I had a very busy last couple of days. I was tired as all hell. I slept for 10 hours last night, okay? I forgot. Okay?
Hell yeah.
I plain and simple, I forgot. I was busy, all right? I have a life, and life did not entail me making these picks. So we're going to do it live together.
All right, right on. All right.
Wonderful.
This week's edition of NFL predictions for the NFL 2025-2026 season schedule with Trevor Dinsmore.
Thank you very much, good sir. Appreciate it.
Yep.
So, like I said, we got the Falcons, Panthers, and Saints this week covering the NFC South, hopefully balancing out our win-loss totals that we've been accumulating over the past several weeks. Currently, I'm at a combined 18 games over 500. Billy is at a combined 26. So we're a little over par right now. Just a little. But I have a good feeling it's going to even out as we go through the NFC South here. Not too high projected win totals for any of these teams, I guess, minus Tampa Bay. But still, I don't really see any of these 3 teams making a whole lot of noise this season. They haven't had the best of off seasons. Maybe I was going to say maybe the Panthers take a step forward, but other than that, I don't really see. I don't really see where the wins are coming from for a lot of these. I should say a lot of these teams.
Yeah,
that we're covering this week. Who do you want to start with between the Falcons, Panthers, and Saints?
I've been waiting all summer long to do the Saints.
You want to do the Saints right now? You want to start out with it?
Yeah.
You don't have Allen to pick on anymore. You don't have Dennis Allen to pick on.
No.
Yeah, Kellen Moore now.
Yeah, his asshole's so tight on a game day. I'm just excited to see that on the sideline. But anyways.
Oh, Kellen Moore? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're a big fan of him, too?
No.
Nah. Okay. Gotcha.
He's going to be beating sweat the first game. Probably have to take a shit mid first quarter. I can't wait. But yeah.
No, I hear you, my friend. So actually, the Saints, no primetime games this season. None.
Really?
None on the schedule, at least.
Oh, wow.
Could be flexed into one late in the season if it's intriguing enough, they have enough wins. But in all likelihood, no primetime games for them.
Mhm.
Strength of schedule is 3rd, and I'll reveal the win total once we get through their schedule.
Okay.
But starting out weeks 1 through 3, how we'll do this, Billy, by the way, I'll let you go first still, then I'll do my 3. I just have to do them live. That's all.
No, that's okay. All right.
Okay. So forgive me if I take an extra couple seconds.
Yeah.
They got versus Arizona, versus San Fran, then at Seattle.
1 and 2 here.
1 and 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Beat the Cardinals.
Beat the Cardinals. Is that what you had?
Yeah.
I think you do. I think you had the Cardinals winning, but we can roll with it.
Oh, shit. Oh, 0 and 3 then, Trevor. 0 and 3.
0 and 3. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I was going to say, if you want to be symmetrical, we can do that. Or if you want to go off the rails, we can do that too.
I do.
I know we like doing that.
Yeah.
0 and 3. Okay. I was there too. 0 and 3. I don't like any of these. Matchups really. Yeah. Looks like I have them going 0 and 3 based upon our NFC West picks earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Then they go at Buffalo versus the Giants, then versus New England.
1 and 2. I gave it the win against the Giants.
You're gonna have the Giants at like 0 and 17, probably.
Yeah, they're not gonna be good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not excited about them either, but I think they'll get a few wins here and there with the veteran quarterbacks that they have.
Yeah.
Wow. That is you know what? I'll ride your coattails. I'll say they beat the Giants.
I just felt it was harsh to go 0 and 6. That's why.
Again, you're giving them mercy this year?
Yeah, I am a little bit. That's rough.
Okay. All right.
That's when the people start showing up with brown bags over their heads to the games.
The Aints. Yeah. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. Going week 7 through 9, you got at Chicago versus Tampa Bay at the Rams.
Yeah. 0 and 3 again. I mean, there's.
I don't see any wins there either.
No.
If I'm being totally honest with you. I don't think I have the Rams losing, do I? No, I don't. Yeah. Probably going to be an 0 and 3 for me as well. So we're in lockstep here, starting out 1 and 8. 1 and 8.
Yeah.
Yikes. Getting into some winnable games here, though, i.e., division games. You go at Carolina, week 11's their bye, then versus Atlanta.
Panthers and Saints. 1 and 1.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Beat Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. The hell is that?
What's going on here?
I have no earthly idea, my friend.
I'm going to make it good then, and you're going to. Okay, man. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we attract some people.
Nice little interruption there.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. 1 and 1.
1 and 1. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm good with that. That's where I was at as well. Yeah. I really need to start doing these in advance again.
That's all right. No.
Now people are gonna think it's rigged. All right. At Miami, at Tampa Bay versus Carolina.
1 and 2. They beat the Dolphins for some reason.
Same thing.
I feel, I don't know why. It's been well documented the Dolphins struggle later in the season. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah, it's post 2 is the one with it. No, that's Kyler Murray with the post double XP weekend on COD. That's Kyler. Cool. Okay, 1 and 2. So yeah, both have them 3 and 11 so far. 3 and 11.
Yeah.
Great. Finishing out with the Jets, the Tennessee Titans on the road, and then the Atlanta Falcons on
Jets. It's poor Titans here. I'll go 1-2.
1-2.
Mhm.
Beat the Titans?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, Titans fans. I do not believe in you this season.
I was going to say, yeah. Doesn't seem like you believe in Cam Ward either, pal.
No.
It's a shame. I'm going to have them go 2-1 here. Beat the Jets at
Okay.
home.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be late season Jets. They'll kind of be out of it. Yeah. So that's where we'll call it. Okay. Excuse me while I count these live. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got them at 5 and 12. I think you have them at 4 and 13. Yeah, it looks like 4 and 13 for you.
Okay. Just real quick. Universe, message our Instagram page if you want to talk more about whatever we're looking to do here. But yeah, I'm not going to do it live with you here. But yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Dig it. Alrighty. Let's see here. All right. Who would be next? Oh, wait. Shit. See, this is why I'm off my routine here.
It's
all
right. This guy's
flustered.
fucking me up in the comments.
No, I'm kind of there too. Combined with the fact that I'm doing these picks live for the first time ever.
Hey, I'll be here with you. We're all right.
No, we'll push through as we always do.
Yes.
FanDuel over-under on their win total was 5.5. So I was right around that. And then you were right below it at 4. We both had them going the under, though. Taking the under.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense to me. I mean, you got a rookie head coach. The quarterback situation's very, very messy. You got Rattler back there, Shuck. I forget who the other guy even is right now.
Rattler, Shuck.
Yeah, it's somebody. I should know the name. Again, don't memorize these rosters at all. I should know the Saints quarterbacks, though.
Yeah.
Hayner, that's who it is.
Oh,
Jake
Hayner.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, I remember him now.
Yep.
I remember him.
Yep.
But anyway, moving on to another piece of the NFC South. Falcons or Panthers? Who do you want to take?
Oh, we can do Falcons.
You want to do Falcons real quick?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Michael Penix's team.
That's what I'm excited.
Yeah. Basically a rookie quarterback. Got some reps in last year. But another team, again, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of. It's the Falcons. They're always just kind of middling, just hanging around, not really doing too much. Yeah, starting out with them, looks like they actually got a good bit of primetime games this year. They go week 2 at Minnesota on a Sunday, week 6 versus Buffalo, that's on a Monday, week 7 at San Fran, that's on a Sunday, week 15 at Tampa, that's on a Thursday, week 17 versus the Rams on a Monday, and week 10 at Indianapolis, that one's in Berlin. So that one's actually in between the week 7 and the week 15 matchup. I tossed in that one out of order, but 4th in the strength of schedule department, as are, I think, all teams in the NFC South are top 10. So no shock here. Starting out versus Tampa Bay, at Minnesota, at Carolina.
3-0 here, Trevor.
3-0. That's bold, my friend. That's bold. There, wait. I marked that on my sheet. Excuse me. There we go. There's yours. Good to go. Week 5 is their bye. They got Washington and Buffalo outside of that. But before that, I will say that they are going to go 2-1 here. I think they beat Tampa and Carolina.
Okay.
Tampa, a bit of a shocker. But, they're not going to fall too far, Tampa Bay. And I believe I have Minnesota beating them. Yeah. Minnesota's beating them. Okay. Now, Washington and Buffalo right around their week 5 bye.
0-2.
0-2 here?
Yeah.
Okay. I was right there in lockstep with you. I don't think they're talented enough to take care of either of those two teams. I mean, I know those are both home games, but still.
Yeah.
They're just going to be outclassed, I think, in pretty much all facets, unfortunately. But going from there, you go at San Francisco versus Miami at New England.
2-1.
2-1, really. Probably
Yep.
beat Miami, New England.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's San Fran. Okay. Yeah, they got to go to Foxborough. When is week 9 exactly in terms of the calendar? November?
November. Yep.
Yeah. I like the Patriots in that one. It's going to be a little cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be a little cooler. They'll lean on the run game. They'll lean on Stevenson. They'll be good to go there. Miami will be a close one. I'm not too high on Miami, but I think they'll get the job done there. I'll say 1-2 here.
Okay.
1-2. All right. Moving from there, weeks 10 through 12 at Indianapolis versus Carolina at New Orleans.
I just
believe you
him.
had New Orleans losing. Yes. Yeah.
Some reason, Trevor 3-0.
Jeez. You got more faith in this team than I do. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I believe I had New Orleans. Yeah, I had New Orleans losing. I was going to say, I think Carolina splits with them. So I'll take each of them to win the home games, and then I'll say Indianapolis beats them.
Okay.
So 2-1.
Okay.
2-1 in that stretch. At New York Jets versus Seattle at Tampa Bay.
1-2 here. Beat the Jets.
1-2.
Yep.
Okay. Really ragging on the Jets. That Justin Fields hate?
A little bit. There's some
little bit.
hostility.
Little bit of spite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Yeah. I could go on and on. When we get to the Jets,
Yeah, no, we're getting to the Jets last, unfortunately.
Yeah. So God, I got to fester. Oh.
Yeah, you got to fester until August 26th is the exact date.
Maybe it's a good thing. Keep the blood pressure.
Yeah, or maybe you might have a Josh Allen face turn and just, he grows on you a little bit because he's a nice guy, right?
He's a good guy.
Signed with the wrong team.
Signed with the wrong team, and I think there's more to the contract discussion that we were given.
Oh, there always is. Yeah.
So
always is.
Maybe there's some hostility that shouldn't be there, but
okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. It looks like I had Atlanta beating Seattle in week 14. I don't think they beat Tampa twice in the same season.
No.
Especially going on the road to Tampa. That's Baker's house late in the season. So I will take them to lose that one. And then the Jets. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. I'm actually going to look at the FPI for that one because that's going to be, I'd imagine that's decently close. Yeah, 52-48, roughly.
Oh, yeah.
On the FPI. That's in New York. It's in the Meadowlands. It's later in the year. I'll go with the Jets on that one. So I'll say 1-2.
Okay.
So beating Seattle in between losing to the Jets and Tampa. I mean, this is what Atlanta does. You know what I mean? They go back and forth between wins and losses. They don't ever go on runs.
No.
Granted, I do have them on a 4-game losing streak from weeks 4 through 8. The buys in between.
Mm-hmm.
That might not come to fruition per se, but they face 4 pretty tough opponents in that stretch. So it's going to be very, very tough.
Mm-hmm.
Finishing out the season against Arizona on the road versus the Rams and then versus Nolans.
1-2.
1-2.
And I think I do have them being the Cardinals, but I don't think now.
You actually have the Cardinals winning here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you're good. You have them beating New Orleans. You're all right with that.
Yep, 1-2. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I like it. Like it. All right, then get mine up here. I also had the Cardinals winning. I think I had the Rams. I had the Rams beating them. I think so. No, I actually had the Rams losing here. So I think that is the lone one that they get in this stretch. Or no, they go 2-0 in their last 2. Okay. And New Orleans losing here. Yeah, so very much a mixed bag for me. You have them pretty well on the high end of what they're predicted to actually win this year. Let me count up my wins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9.
Okay.
8 and 9. And they're over under 7.5. So again, I'm right on the cusp of that over under. I guess I'm taking the over with them though. And you, sir, have them going. Looks like 11 and 6.
Hell yeah.
That is 3.5 over their win total.
Fuck it.
How do we feel about it?
Yeah. Yeah. Their schedule looks, when you dissect it like we are here, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's just some games that.
It's just that weeks 4 through 8 stretch. I think that's what's going to kill them for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be playing from behind the rest of the season, it would seem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You have them recovering pretty quickly, ripping off 5 straight right after they lose to San Francisco.
I think they could. I really do.
They could. I mean, those are winnable games. It's Miami, and I don't think Miami's really up to snuff this year. It's at New England in November, early November, but still at New England in November. At Indianapolis, that's a dome game. Indianapolis is beatable. The quarterback situation's all screwy. Carolina, Carolina's beatable, and obviously New Orleans is beatable too. So I mean, it could happen. Could happen.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I just don't have. I just never have too much faith in the Falcons to do much of anything.
I wouldn't bet on them.
No.
Well,
it sounds like you would because you got them going 11-6.
Yeah. Yeah. I like Penix, man. I do.
I do like Penix. He is a gunslinger. I think he could be really good in this league.
Yeah.
He's very good at Washington. Very fundamentally sound. Obviously, can throw the ball a mile. But onward to Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to feel about Carolina. Really sewed up their back end, signed that J.C. Horn. Obviously, you had a developing offense still with Bryce Young. New coach, offensive-minded. And in a pretty winnable, I'll say in a division with some winnable games. Much like their NFC South counterparts, pretty high in the strength of schedule department, 7th overall. And then their only primetime game is Week 12 at San Francisco. San Fran, a lot of primetime games this year. Starting out with the Carolina Panthers, you go at Jacksonville, at Arizona, and then versus Atlanta. I believe you had Atlanta winning here, by the way.
Okay.
Had Atlanta winning.
And the Cardinals?
Yes.
0-3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
No, this is going to be
not ideal.
Rough. Holy shit. I'm looking down here. Oh, boy.
Yeah. I mean, there's some winnable games in there.
Yeah.
A division opponent as well. But of course, again, me too. I had Atlanta beating Carolina on the road Week 3. Week 1, I was going to say it's down to Week 1 for me. That's kind of a toss-up, Jacksonville. But I like Liam Cohen. I like what that offense is building. And it's going to take a minute for Carolina to get going, I think. So I'll say 0-3 as well. Although that Jacksonville game could be very, very close. I'm actually curious to see, again, the FPI with that one. It's got to be decently close. Okay, more favored in Jacksonville, 59-41.
Okay.
Is the split there. So, all right, 0-3. Sorry, Carolina. I want you to improve. I want Bryce Young to improve. You all showed flashes last season. A lot of close games. I think that'll be the case again this year, but it's a matter if you can win those close games. Anyway, weeks 4 through 6, they go at New England versus Miami at Dallas.
1-2, they beat the Dolphins.
1-2, they beat the Dolphins.
Some fucked up reason. It's calling out to me and telling
say
me to do it.
You might have the Dolphins going 0-17 too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them at all. But
no, not this year. I'm not.
No.
I'll say 1-2 as well. Actually, you know what? No. I will go 2-1.
Okay.
And I will say they beat the teams that you have them losing to. New England and Dallas.
Okay.
Losing to Miami.
Okay.
It's early season Miami, right?
Right.
That's kind of the narrative there. And then Bryce Young kind of comes into form against the Dallas defense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some mismanagement on the Dallas side with another rookie head coach. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Could be gut check time for them early on. Week 7 through 9, you go at the Jets versus Buffalo, then at Green Bay.
Fuck. 0-3.
Yeah. 0-3. 1-8 to start the season.
Yeah, this is bad, Trevor. This is not good.
I know.
Oh, fuck. And then it gets worse.
No, I was going to say, I will have them losing to Buffalo and Green Bay.
Oh.
I was going to say, I can't have the Jets losing too many games either. Dang it.
It just gets worse as you scroll.
I know. I'm looking at it too. This is why I do these in advance. So I don't constantly question myself while I'm on the air.
Yeah. That's flavor to it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take them to beat the Jets. I'll take them to beat the Jets in the Meadowlands. It's still kind of early in the season. And I don't think we've looked at too many Jets opponents yet, so I don't think I'm burying them too much.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nah, I was going to say, yeah, we have to travel over to the NFC East for us to get the Jets. But
yep.
Cool. All right, going weeks 10 through 12, you go versus New Orleans, at Atlanta versus San Francisco, or at San Francisco, excuse me. That being their lone primetime matchup.
1-2.
Beat the Saints, lose to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bummer. Yeah, you got them 2-10. 2-10. Rough go of it.
The schedule here is not. Yeah.
I was gonna say there's some difficult games in here. I believe did I have New Orleans splitting with them? I think so. Yeah, it looks like it. And they beat Carolina. They beat Carolina here.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the road teams winning in a split. Lose to Atlanta. Probably lose to San Francisco too. Damn. Yeah. It's just a concoction of shit, this NFC South.
It is. It's and the way these games are placed, that's what's difficult.
Right. Yeah. Because you got Atlanta on their lone primetime coming off 2 division games.
Yep.
That are going to be emotionally charged, and yeah, it's going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, week 14 is their bye. You go versus the Rams and then at New Orleans. I believe I had them beating New Orleans in that week 15 matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what you had. Let's see.
I think they had them splitting.
Yeah, you had them splitting as well. Oh, we actually had them. Yeah, we had them both splitting. Each of the road teams winning those respective matchups.
Oh, fuck. 1-1 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not beating the Rams. Huh?
No.
I don't think so either. They got too good of a run game. Too well established. Yep. Then we go Tampa Bay versus Seattle, then at Tampa Bay. So they got 2 Tampa Bays. Great to round it out here. Oh, excuse me. I don't have them beating the Rams either. But anyway, Tampa, Seattle, then at Tampa.
I'm sorry to the Carolina fans, but this is fucking terrible. 0-3.
You should apologize to Luke Combs while you're at it.
Sorry, Luke. You got to find I know beer never broke your heart, but no, the Panthers might this season.
They have probably several times for him.
You took my hat to that.
Yeah.
That's fucking tough.
Again, this is why I do it live. Half the time I'm marking your sheet when I'm supposed to be marking mine, and vice versa.
It's all right.
So it takes me that extra second to realize, wait a second.
You're doing great. We're good.
Nah. All out of sorts this week, Billy. All out of sorts.
Well, we're
Let's
here.
see here. Ah, damn it. I had Seattle winning here. Nah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give them a win versus Tampa Bay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
I'll give them a win versus Tampa Bay.
That's a
I
fucking
think
gift.
they'll surprise some people. Yeah. They'll come off that New Orleans game feeling good. Little pick-me-up game for there, and then move on to Tampa Bay. Coming back home for Tampa Bay, by the way. And I believe Tampa, they are coming off they're coming off an Atlanta game. They're actually coming off 3 weeks of being at home, too. So that'll be the first time they're on the road since week 12. Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to them. Not much more than a gut feeling there.
Right.
Getting them to 5-12. I'm at 5-12. And they're over under on their FanDuel win total 6.5. 6.5, which I can definitely see happening. Maybe they beat Seattle late in the season. Maybe they sweep New Orleans, honestly. And they could win that Jacksonville game earlier in the season. Right. You know what? I'm going to do something unprecedented here. I'm going to have them winning that Jacksonville game. I want to get them to 6.
Wow. Okay.
I'll get them to 6. I feel good about them. I think they're going to be in a lot of close games. I think it's just going to be, that middle stretch of the season where you go weeks 8 through 13. In that stretch, they play Buffalo, Green Bay, San Fran, and the Rams.
I mean, that's a motherfucker right there.
That's a brutal stretch with the 2 division games. That's not fun.
No.
That's not fun. Have them losing 6 in a row there. Actually, have them starting out technically then 4-3. Surprising a lot of people. Yeah. Am I willing to live with that? I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I just got to be careful about where I put my Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll figure it out later. I'll actually be able to sit down this upcoming week, do some analysis. I won't be going to any Pirate games or anything like that.
Hell no, you're good, bud. You're good.
And hopefully next week I'll be less sunburnt too.
Yeah.
Staying inside. Anyway, let's see what you have them at. You have them at 3-14.
Hell yeah.
Which is quite brutal. Quite brutal, if you ask me. For, I will say, a somewhat improving team. Like you said, it ain't the long neck ice cold beer that broke Luke Holmes' heart. It is the Carolina.
Yeah.
You actually have them doing worse than the Saints.
Yep.
3-14 versus 4-13.
Yep.
Then you're starting to even out the win losses total. You're 11 games over 500.
And that wasn't even.
Games over.
Okay, it wasn't even.
Yeah, that's kind of reasonable. I mean, you were at 26.
Yeah. Yep.
So we made some. I knew we were going to make a dent in that this weekend. We did. Now 5 games over. 5 games over.
If you're a fan of any of these organizations, you're special. You're
loyal.
You got a tough heart. You got a tough heart. Or got some issues. But hey, regardless, you enjoy your sports teams, and I'll leave it at that. But
we all have our issues, right?
Oh yeah.
We're all, little wacky in the head.
Oh.
We're football fans. We kind of have to be, right?
You have to be. You have to be out of your fucking mind. Yep.
Yeah.
But you'll get up the next day and put on your Panthers hat or what the hell was it? Saints hat, or you might even have a fucking tattoo. Yeah, you might have a tattoo of that logo.
Yeah, maybe. It is a nice logo.
Yeah, it is. I like the Panthers logo.
Thirdly.
Yeah.
The Panthers one? I thought you meant the Saints one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You don't like the Saints? You don't like the Fleur-de-lis? You don't like it?
No. Only thing I liked about New Orleans was Drew Brees when he was there.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
He did it right. He did it fucking right.
Joe Horn. You didn't like Joe Horn?
Oh, dog.
Yeah,
Underrated.
I was gonna say he did the cell phone thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Deuce,
Cool.
Deuce McAllister. That's a fucking
Oh
reach
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marquise Colston.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Reggie Bush.
God rest his soul. Yep. Yeah. God bless. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's not dead, dude.
God bless. Yeah. Well.
He said God rest. He's not dead.
Yeah. God bless him. Fuck.
All right. Cool.
I mean, he was with a Kardashian. I mean,
yeah, right. Yeah.
his soul's not there anymore. Look at Kanye.
Probably
But anyways, keep it moving.
So now I got you. So real quick before we move on to what's more likely, Tampa Bay probably running away with this division.
Oh,
is that what you're
without
thinking?
a doubt. Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield duo, unstoppable. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I can live with that. Right now, the closest thing to them would probably be Atlanta at 8-9.
Yep.
So you'd, 3 teams in the NFC South with a losing record, and of course the division winner being the only one to make the playoffs yet again.
Yeah.
I believe that'd make 3 years in a row that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Until we see otherwise, pattern holds. I like it.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on to this week's edition of What's More Likely.
Hell yeah. Welcome to this week's edition of What's More Likely with Trevor Dinsmore.
That's me.
Hell yeah.
That's me.
Yes, sir.
Or as EO Sky would say, that's me.
I miss her, but yeah.
She was on Raw last night.
Yeah. I want to see her more.
Sharia.
Yeah.
Okay. She does the the lean back thing.
Yeah.
It's nice looking. Anyway, moving over to the NBA draft for a quick second here. I don't know if you watched any of that at all. I saw the Lakers traded away the only pick that they had. And of course the Sixers, they went with somebody that I didn't really anticipate them going with.
Yep.
I wanted Ace Bailey. I had VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
I will gladly take it. Then we also picked up that big man from Auburn. What's his name? I can't remember his name. I can never remember his name.
Big son of a bitch, though. Mm-hmm.
Big son of a bitch. Yes, no, absolutely. Johnny Broom. Broom. So legendary names that we picked in both of those rounds. So filling in some pretty good holes. But I'm not going to talk about them. And I'm not even going to talk about the Mavericks. I'm not even going to talk about anybody in the top 3. Of course, Flag, Harper, Edgecombe. Not even going to talk about any of those guys. I'm going to talk about guys that kind of fell a little bit to 5 and 6. Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson. More likely between those two to make a bigger impact in their rookie season. Ace being drafted by the Jazz, Trey with the Wizards.
Trey.
Think Trey?
Yeah.
Why do you say Trey?
I mean,
you like Ace Bailey?
I like Ace Bailey, but that Wizards team is so shit, Trevor. Anything, it's only up. It's only up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could kind of say that about the Jazz, too. They weren't particularly great this past season.
No, the Wizards, it's just amazing. We had Gilbert, and then you had John Wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, who else was...
Oh, well, actually, both of those teams, respectively, last in their conferences. Jazz had less wins than I even thought, 17.
Yeah.
Worst in the NBA. Wizards were second worst with 18 wins.
Yeah. I trust that kid going to the Wizards. I don't know. I watched some of the highlights.
Is it trust in him or is it distrust in Ace Bailey?
Trust in him.
Trust in him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, lengthier frame, right? Yeah, yeah. Good wingspan, good defender.
Yeah.
Whereas Ace Bailey, more of a pure shooter, pure scorer type. Those tend to be boom or bust in the NBA, and especially with, we've kind of seen his attitude and the way his camp kind of runs things for him.
Yep.
They came out and said, "Oh, he didn't even want to be drafted in the top 5." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay.
That's
All
what
right.
turned me off to it. It felt like Shador a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I got you.
Sorry, Ace, but that's just.
Yeah. I'll say Trey Johnson as well. More of an effortful player, I think. Much more of a defensive two-way prodigy than Ace Bailey. I think it'll take Ace a little bit of time to develop. I think he has higher potential, but I think Trey Johnson was the safer pick, if you will, between those two.
Yep.
So, and it seemed like as I was watching the draft, whoever didn't take Ace Bailey at 5 and 6 was probably going to take Trey Johnson. So,
right.
Yeah. Right. Could have worked out the other way around, but I think it worked out in the Wizards' favor. They teach hard-nosed basketball at Texas. So
hell yeah.
Trust them wholeheartedly. Whereas with Rutgers, I believe they had a sub 500 season, but somehow had 2 lottery picks.
Yeah. Who knows?
2 top 5 picks.
Right.
That happens. Anyway.
Hmm.
I don't know what you've been looking at in terms of the MLB recently, other than the Pirates maybe pounding the shit out of the Mets over the weekend, and then, of course, pounding the shit out of the Cardinals last night, beating them 1-0 tonight. Pirates are on a winning streak.
Yes.
Just a side note, Pirates are on a winning streak, which, leads me into my question. This involves the Mets. Mets are 3-7 in their past 10 games. Of course, got pounded by a score 30-4 by the Pirates over the weekend. And they even had to call a team meeting during that series. They were once in first place.
Yeah.
How the mighty have fallen. You know who hasn't fallen? As a matter of fact, he's very much risen to the occasion into the MVP race in the American League. A guy by the name of Cal Raleigh, switch-hitting catcher for the Mariners. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No.
Smashing 33 dingers. That's first in the league. Batting .276, 71 RBIs, 1.036 OPS.
Damn.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good for a catcher, I would say, huh?
Yeah.
On top of being one of the best defensive catchers in the MLB.
Okay.
Doug, if you're sticking around, you can feel free to answer this question, too. I know there's some decent margin between the odds here, but figured I'd pick your brain on it anyway. More likely, MLB scenario to come true. Cal Raleigh wins AL MVP. That's at plus 600. Or the Mets miss the playoffs at plus 300.
I'm going to go with the first one.
Cal Raleigh for MVP?
Yep.
Mets are too good to give it up, you think? I mean, the roster is absolutely stacked, and they should.
That's the fucking problem.
Running away, it shouldn't be an issue.
I wouldn't put that bet in. That plus 300. That plus 300 is like a plus 800 in my. That
okay.
There's something going on
what's
there.
A plus 600 then? What's the math?
I just feel more confident in this young lad here to keep it up. I'd like to see it. No name kind of in a sense, right, Trevor? I mean, not really.
Well, Seattle, yeah. Seattle players don't really get a ton of love. They're not a huge market per se.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That's the only reason.
All right.
I mean, what? Fuck, Ichiro and
Griffey, Jay Buhner, Randy Johnson,
that's really,
Edgar Martinez.
Yeah, that's really been the highlight, right? I mean,
A-Rod for a time.
Oh,
drafted by them.
Hey,
drafted by them.
How we doing, Weiss? Thanks for joining us. But yeah.
Sorry, Weiss, not talking about your Cubs. We did just get done trashing the Mets, though.
Yes, we did.
Trashing the Mets. So just rewind a couple minutes and Anyway, let me pull up the MLB standings here real quick, just to make sure I know what I'm talking about here. Oh yeah, Mets are 2 games behind the Phillies now. 2 games.
Jesus.
Phillies. And it looks like 5 out of the lead in the National League. The Dodgers, opposite the Mets in the last 10, 7-3. And now Shohei's back to pitching. Could be a rough time for Mets fans if they don't get it going here. Here's the thing. Cal Raleigh did declare for the home run derby, and typically, you kind of know the curse of the home run derby a little bit. Guys just kind of screws up their swing. They fall off after the fact. plus the wear and tear of being a catcher, I'll lean toward the Mets not making the playoffs here between these two. I don't think either of them are going to happen, but if I had to pick one, what's more likely? I'd say the Mets miss the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like what
they need to make Shohei a closer. I agree with you, Weiss. I do. I think it'd be easier work for him. I don't know how well it would. I don't know how you can do that with the DH thing, though. Can he DH and close in the same day? I would think he could. Or does he have to be like designated a pitcher from the start? Because when he started the first time back, he also had a home run in the same game. So,
right.
I believe he could do both. I don't know if he can just go from hitting right to pitching, though. But
okay.
But position players pitch all the time. So
yeah, good. Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to have a conversation about that. See what the hell's going on there.
And you'd have to sub somebody in as DH. Yeah, I think that would work if the game goes beyond the 9 innings, of course.
Right. Okay.
If Shohei doesn't officially close it out,
Yeah.
Interesting scenario there.
Yes, it is. Wow.
I'll have to look that one up. Honestly.
Yeah. Good shit.
Never had to, because we never had a pitcher hitter the way Shohei is doing it nowadays.
Right.
Babe Ruth shit right here.
I mean, that speaks to the volume of the player he is. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, he's nutty, dude. He's nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. That's it for the hullabaloo. We're getting back into football for a minute.
Okay.
More likely piece of the recent Steelers-Dolphins trade to have a better season in 2025, Jalen Ramsey or Minkah Fitzpatrick?
I think the style of the way the defense that Steelers play, I'm going to say Ramsey. That's the only reason.
Okay.
It's all schematics, analytics, all that hoopla. But no, they're more in your face, and I think him and Joey. I'm excited to see that. Both physical guys, Trevor.
I will say too, he's been a little bit luckier in terms of getting good bounces, getting splash plays. Ramsey has in the past couple seasons than Minkah. And yeah, Minkah on the back end of that defense. I don't know exactly. I'm not too familiar with the Dolphins roster, and I just know that. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Dolphins team is going to be worn out as hell on the defensive side of the ball. They're not going to do terribly much. I don't know. I don't know how much they'll do offensively past the halfway point of the season. That's kind of when they tend to falter off. Here's the thing too with Ramsey. You got him coming to a coming to a cold climate for the first time in his career, because he was in Jacksonville and the Rams, and then back to Miami and Florida. Now he's coming up to Pittsburgh, so it a whole different atmosphere for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want it to be Jalen Ramsey. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling Minka's going to start making splash plays again as soon as we traded him away. It's just a weird feeling.
I'll say this too, and I didn't get to earlier. I don't want him to, there's no hard feelings. What he did for us, hey, go.
No, no sour grapes between him and the organization. And from what I heard from Mr. Jerry Dulac today, it was more of somebody called the Steelers with an offer, rather than the Steelers reaching out and shopping him. So
it's a business. That's the only thing here.
How she goes. Yeah. How she goes.
So.
I could see that, but you do make a good point. He's got JPJ on the other side. He's got Deshaun Elliott in the back end. Ramsey does.
Slay.
So, Darius Slay. So, who are you going to throw the ball at, I guess, right?
I mean, I'm looking at the secondary. I'm a little excited. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I'm a little fucking excited.
I'll still say Minkah, though, because I think they'll have him come up in some like nickel sets and stuff, play that quote-unquote linebacker spot, whereas in the past couple seasons, we just had him at that free safety way in the back. We didn't really have him coming up to play at all, because that's kind of what Elliott was doing.
Yep.
So I'll say Minkah. I'll say Minkah, though. Although I think Jalen Ramsey might be a more important piece to our defense, if that makes sense. So Minkah, better statistical season. Ramsey, perhaps the more important piece of a jigsaw puzzle. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Cool. To answer your question, Weiss, the Bears, we will be covering the Bears in 3 weeks. July 22nd, that's when we cover the Bears, Packers, Vikings. And judging by today's performance, so the first time we did 3 teams, we're going to have to get up a little bit for that one.
Yeah. No, we had a good time.
No, we did.
Yeah.
We did. I'm just, I'm going to kick myself all night for not doing them in advance.
That's
Oh, well.
all right.
Oh, well. Plus, I got this thing is just giving me a splitting headache.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sunburn. You can see how bad it is.
Now I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Focusing in on it now.
It goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you see the cutoff right there.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
okay.
that ain't good.
Yeah.
You want to see the full ensible? Yeah, you can't really see.
You're gonna have a nice tan though. You're gonna have a nice fucking tan.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
My knees are pretty bad. I'm not gonna do our lovely viewers the disservice of showing you my knees, but that's what got it the worst.
All right.
I'm already peeling skin.
Yeah.
Moving on to another potential Steelers transaction and kind of tying it in with July 4th a little bit. It's July 4th in a few days. America's 249th birthday. Be celebrating the bicentennial and a half next year, America's 250th. But for the 249th anniversary of the birth of America, Joey Chestnut is returning to the, returning to the table of the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest.
Hell yeah.
More likely to happen between these two things. Someone other than Joey Chestnut winning the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, or TJ Watt actually getting traded.
Fuck.
I know. I'm messing with your mind, pal.
Oh.
Psychology.
Yeah, the Steelers. He's a legend. Disagree with me.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And
for the record, Joey's minus 2,500 on the Fox Sports book.
Then you're talking about an American hero here. I mean,
I was gonna say you got to be careful with how I guess you word this, because we are talking about an American holiday and the greatest athlete America's ever seen, in Joey Chestnut. So,
sorry, Joey. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go with Joey here.
You're gonna go Joey. Somebody other than Joey. Okay. Yep. You really just don't want to see TJ Watt get traded.
I swear to God, I'll take if it's on a weekday, I'm taking the next day off. I will not be able to work. I will be pissed if that.
All right.
Wait, who's that?
I respect
that. I don't want to mislabel. Who's the other good fellow? Him and Joey go at it. Forget what the.
Oh, the guy that beat him a while back?
Yes.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, he has his own YouTube page, Matt Stoney.
Yeah, okay. But I thought there was another guy.
Let me see.
Of Asian.
To find where I found the odds earlier.
Freak as well.
Nathan's Hot Dog Contest betting odds. Here we go.
I get so fucking excited for this. I do.
Yeah, no, I got you. Got you. Let's see here. Patrick Bertoletti, he's in there. Jeffrey Espar, James Webb, Nick Weary, Derek Henderson, and then the field, which I don't know what the field is.
Maybe that other guy retired. I want to say
what, Stoney?
No, he was of Asian descent. He was fucking insane. He was him, and it was like another version of Joey. Just fucking plow. I think he might have retired from competitive eating. I think that might have happened.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't keep track of retirements and competitive eating.
Weirdo. I'm a fucking weird. It's so disgusting to watch. I would not go there live and watch it. I'm just going to be honest. If I was in the front row and I'm seeing
no, you just
mush,
stand a few
wet
rows
bread.
back,
Fuck.
Yeah, that wouldn't be cool.
No, but yeah, TJ cannot get traded.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. Damn.
It's tough. This is one of the hardest ones, Trevor.
I know. I gave it to you good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break your heart and say TJ. TJ potentially.
I understand. I do. In
Yeah.
this circumstances, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping by me saying it that it won't happen.
Yeah.
That the contract talks kind of reverse course and we actually get a deal done. But
Yeah.
I'll say TJ. No one's beating Joey.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
I don't think so. But yeah.
Steady as she goes, my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, in light of the 3 teams that we had to cover this week, I went a little light on the other content, so I only had those 4 for what's more likely, and that's all I'm going to have for yeet or no yeet and on a scale. I just have 4 apiece, but
that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, we will get into yeet or no yeet, please.
Hell yeah. Did the same fucking sound. There it is. Weighing in at 155 pounds, soaking wet from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the name of Trevor Dinsmore. Yeet or no yeet? Hell yeah.
Got to start bringing that title belt around here again. Just hold it up right as, maybe do that. Yeah. I should, you know what? I should sit in reverse like John Cena and just do the whole segment that way with the title on my back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd
Or
be
you
funny.
can hang it over the neck, like.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore.
Right. Yeah. I know. We'll get into that here in a little bit. We'll talk Night of Champions as soon as I touch on the wrestling with yeet or no yeet, but then we'll talk Night of Champions right after that. Cover our picks from last week.
Yeah.
But sticking with football for a quick second here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet or no yeet? You see the news about Darren Waller. Now officially a Dolphin. Basically going to take Jonnu Smith's spot. Apparently the rap career didn't take off. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
But Darren Waller to have the best season he's had since 2020 under the same tight ends coach that he had at the Raiders. He's now the OC of the Dolphins. Frank Smith is his name. So Darren Waller, yeet or no yeet to have his best season since 2020?
No yeet.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of set you up with that one. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't have faith in him anymore. Especially after taking a year off. I don't know how in shape he is.
Yeah. And I thought I knew it was for the music career, but I thought it was for mental health. I thought also there was
that was part of it too. Yeah.
Okay.
That was part of it too.
I'm happy you got that addressed. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's risky for the Dolphins. So that John who come over to the Steelers,
Mm-hmm.
you sign a guy off the street. Not off the street. He's had a very interesting NFL career. I don't want to be long-winded, but it's just very.
No, I know. Yeah, he had pretty much a bell curve.
Yep.
He had it. He peaked in 2020, and it's been like this ever since.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in geometry class again.
And some thought, John Gruden was helpful in his success, and that's why.
Yeah, he utilized the tight ends quite a bit in his scheme. Mm-hmm.
And they say if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have had that. Who knows? I think he's a hell of a player, but I just didn't like, I guess, how it all went down, and now he's back. It's just interesting to me. It's like, did he run out of money? Like, what's the reason? Is it actually the passion for the sport?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, nice for the love of the game, he missed the sport.
Well, it's nice someone gives him the opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, he's in a scheme where he could thrive anyway. He'll be basically
definitely.
taking Jonnu Smith's spot, which is
Yeah.
kind of why I put that out there. I'm like, but at the same time, it is Darren Waller and it is the Dolphins this year. I don't know how well they're going to do. Plus, you still got Hill and Waddle to feed. So.
Correct. And Waller has this yeah. We'll see how that code turns out. We're definitely going to track that this season, how that all's meshing together. But no, good shit. Good shit. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And then side note too, Darren Waller has missed played a combined, what is it here? I guess 21 games the last 2 seasons out of 34. Pretty injury prone. And then in 2021 only played 11 games. So
very interesting. Mm-hmm. Good luck to you, Darren. Yeah.
Top of taking the year off, he is injury prone. So we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll see how she goes.
Mm-hmm.
News broke from Adam Schefter earlier this week. The Bengals actually are willing to spend some money on their team.
Yeah.
Which shocking as hell to me. I don't know about any. Kind of a piece of news that flew under the radar, especially with the later in the week stuff with the Steelers and the TJ Watt thing, and of course the Justin Tucker thing. But anyway, according to Adam Schefter, the Bengals and Hamilton County have agreed to a new deal to modernize Paycor Stadium and keep the Bengals in downtown Cincinnati through 2036. So yeet or no yeet for the Bengals ownership finally spending some money on their franchise. I guess the facilities. They're actually starting to spend money on their facilities. Obviously, we know they spend money on the offensive side of the ball,
but it took them forever to get an indoor practice facility, correct?
They were the last ones.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to try to not be murky here, but I'll go yeet on that. But I'm still pissed off about the Trey Hendrickson situation.
We've beat that horse pretty well to death.
So that's cool. You can do the facilities, but you're not working on your all-pro defense end. But
I just wanted you to focus on this siloed thing.
Oh yeah,
and for that, finally,
finally open
2036 too. That's a pretty good deal. 12 more years.
They're kind of the main attraction. No offense to Cincinnati Reds, but I mean, really, the Bengals. Kind of.
That's basically.
You got to keep them there. You got to work it out.
I mean, what else is in Cincinnati other than Skyline Chili?
Oh,
Just Skyline Chili.
Yeah. It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, I've had it once. It's all right.
Yeah. You been to Cincinnati, or you just had it?
I had it. Yeah.
You just had
Someone brought a can. Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think it's overhyped, but
honestly, it's probably like Icy Light in Pittsburgh. It's probably better while you're there.
Yep. Probably. Yeah.
Not only the ingredients, but like just the atmosphere and the air mixing with it. Yeah. How the smokestacks mix with the Icy Light make it better.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better.
Similar situation probably over in Cincinnati.
Yeah. The pollution into the
Yeah. I got you. Some news out of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh yeah.
At a Supermax for $285 million.
Yep.
It's an absolutely ridiculous deal coming off a finals MVP and a regular season MVP. So we talked about him leading to the Thunder all the way to the NBA finals, consummating their rebuild, or rather crescendoing in a championship. Saw this tossed out there on a podcast, honestly, who I forget their names were. Oh, no, it was actually on Rich Eisen's podcast, and I want to say it was earlier in the week.
Okay.
SGA will win more finals and finals championships, or excuse me, finals MVPs than the original guy that was supposed to do this for the Thunder, Kevin Durant. Yeet or no yeet?
Yeet on that.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Remember, KD's got 2 apiece.
He does.
17 and 18 with the Warriors. He won both finals MVPs and both finals.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So you got him having what, 3 apiece, maybe?
I could see it with that lineup, and they still got draft capital, Trevor. I mean, it's.
I know they do. Yeah, it's insane. They could use that to acquire some veterans and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they could just hold on to it and keep building for a long ass time.
Just keep cycling, man.
Keep the talent pool fresh and obviously keep SGA around. He might have to lose a contract or two down the line, but
yeah. No, he deserves it. He deserves it.
I like it. Yeah, I'm kind of torn here. I love SGA. I love what the Thunder have built. Presti and all the boys in the front office done a phenomenal job. They are now the blueprint for how you do a rebuild. You tear it down to the studs of the studs, and then you build from there with draft capital.
Yeah.
And you do have to hit on some draft picks. You have to draft well. Easier said than done.
Correct.
They've hit the jackpot. Obviously, it's paid off to the highest order. But I'll say no yeet because he will tie Kevin Durant. He will tie Kevin Durant 2 apiece.
Okay.
I'll say 2 apiece.
Yeah.
He might win more finals. He might have 3, but he might only have the 2 MVPs.
Right.
I don't know how you were thinking of it, but I was thinking of like both categories he's going to beat him in.
I think so. Or an injury and all that shit. Yeah.
Right.
I think he could do it. He has the talent now.
He's still pretty young too. How old is he?
I think he's younger than you and me, I want to say.
He is, he's 26.
Yeah.
Younger than me.
Yeah.
Actually, he has a birthday coming up on July the 12th.
Okay.
Be 27 at that point.
Hell
so
yeah.
He's not even my age yet.
No.
Damn.
He's doing it, man.
Godspeed, man.
Yeah.
Godspeed. All right. Get into the wrestling here real quick before we get into our Night of Champions review and reviewing our picks from Night of Champions. I want to talk about a new member of the Judgment Day. Roxanne Perez, officially welcomed into the Judgment Day, will take Liv Morgan's place as women's tag team champion, which, thank Christ, they're saving those championships and they'll be defending them at Evolution against in a 4-way. You got who already qualified? Was it? Oh, wait, never mind. I can't say that because that was on SmackDown and it hasn't aired yet.
Yep.
I saw SmackDown last night, folks.
Yep.
It was taped. Can't spoil it for you.
Right.
But they'll be facing a team from SmackDown, NXT, and Raw. So fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championships at Evolution. But my focus isn't on that. My focus is on 2-time an SOB that cheated on Mommy in storyline, of course.
Yep.
And now lives out for a while with shoulder surgery. She's having that shoulder repaired. Dominic Mysterio is going to be a 3-time and son of a bitch and cheat on Liv Morgan in storyline with Roxanne Perez.
Yeet.
Yeah, I'm all over that. He's going to turn heel 3 times
while
being heel. Well, no, he's going to turn heel twice while already being a heel. Going to turn more heel. Although I don't know. I couldn't really blame him for doing it with Liv. I couldn't really blame him for Roxanne either. She's pretty nice looking.
Yeah, well, you got to keep that storyline going within. Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah.
Well, and we hope Liv rehabs and gets back as soon as she can. So, freak thing, man, freak thing.
Very, just a normal look like I don't know, it's like a drop toe hold or something, and she went down to protect herself and popped.
Yeah, and there's been some, I guess, pro wrestlers, retired, throwing their insight on the improper bump. What happened? There's a whole bunch of theories around what the hell happened. Yeah. Either way, she got hurt. I feel bad.
I was going to say, they're the experts. They would know more than I do. They know how to take those bumps. I'd break my nose just doing that. So
well, what the hell?
Wouldn't be a good situation, that's for sure.
Undertaker said, I forget who he was in an interview with. He's like, you're 2 seconds off from some serious injury. If you're not on it, you could fuck somebody up real bad. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No, 100% you could. Absolutely. It's all a timing game with them.
Yeah. No, good shit though, Trevor. Good shit.
Oh, excellent.
Mhm.
All right, that'll be it for this week's edition of Yeet or No Yeet, and we'll move on. Don't queue up the next segment yet. We're just going to go over our Night of Champions results here for a minute,
Yes,
and
sir.
any commentary you want to toss on the event itself.
Oh yeah.
A Night of Champions airing from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You probably caught the whole thing. It was at what, 1 PM or something?
Yep.
It was pretty early. Early because they were way over there. I'm not going to go in match order. I'm going to go in order of how we picked them last week, and you can give a little insight on it. Obviously, we'll discuss if we were wrong or right, and tally up the final scores here.
Mhm.
But anyway, in order of how I had them last week, how I had them picking last week, not in match order from the event, the street fight between Raquel and Rhea. We both got that right. We had Rhea. Killed it.
I thought it was a great match. And again, the women's division just keeps shining through. Just the
100%.
The perform and the technicalities of it, they're doing a hell of a job. So yeah, I think everybody wanted. You read these comments, blood and whatever. It's like, okay, they're trying to get away from that now.
Yeah.
This isn't really a street fight. Well, they're not going to fucking have them razor themselves. I mean,
right.
Jesus, that's just my
too many ECW fans watching the product.
That's the problem. I mean, they went ECW, street fight. Yeah, RVD against Sam. No, this is not it. No.
It's on the network. Go watch it.
Yeah.
You want blood and gore? You can get, go watch it. It's on Peacock.
They're all over. Yeah. I mean, I watched them back and it's like, holy shit. Yeah. And I showed her and I'm like, yeah, this is how it was. She's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's totally fucking different.
And nutty.
Yeah. They didn't give a shit. Yeah, Sabu. God rest his soul. I watched his matches. Fuck. Guy was more nuts than I remembered, Trevor. So,
oh, yeah.
Just
once tore open a bicep and stitched it up and kept going, or I think wrapped it and kept going.
Yeah. So I just have to say that. When you see street right now, don't be so critical.
Right. Yeah. Don't have to go that far. They still use weapons. They still found creative ways to utilize those weapons. And that table spot to end it with the riptide,
hell of a job.
I thought they were going to slip and fall. I really did. I thought they were going to screw that up. But they made it work. They made it work in a super riptide to end it. One of the better finishers that I've seen Rhea hit in a while. I would say comes pretty close to her WrestleMania bout with Charlotte in the way the match ended with the super riptide. It's wonderful.
Yep.
And probably more impressive too, because Raquel's big, relatively big.
Yeah.
In comparison to Rhea. So
yeah,
good stuff. Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. We both picked Sami. Again, nailed that one. Finally getting some airtime for Kross. And I know he assaulted Sami Zayn last night. Apparently, that's going to be a whole little rivalry. But fans have been kind of clamoring for Karrion Kross to get on television in more segments, in more matches, and on more PLEs. They delivered with that in Night of Champions. Pretty good match. Good psychology both ways. Kind of a ho-hum normal finish for a Sami Zayn match, which we both expected.
Yep.
But otherwise decently impressive. And again, good to see. I want to see Karrion Kross on more of these. Okay, I need to see more Karrion Kross. He's got a good character. They just got to flesh him out.
Yep. Get your money's worth, Paul. Come on, buddy. Jesus. Mm-hmm. He impressed me in the ring. I think in our episode I was critical. I'm like, I don't really fucking know what he can do.
No, right, because he's not on TV.
Yeah, it was
not in action anyway. It
was refreshing. Yeah, but no. I love Sami Zayn. I love his walkout music. I love it all. So I'm a fan of Sami.
Good stuff.
So
good stuff. Got to see him last night too. That was good.
Yeah.
United States Championship match, Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. I got this one right. You had Fatu retaining, unfortunately, and that did not happen due to interference from a returning Tangaloa and a debuting Hiluki Leo.
Big motherfucker.
Oh, tore up Japan for a long time. Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I mean.
Tama Tonga and Tangaloa's younger brother.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, so keeping it bloodline right there, along with JC Mateo and Solo Sikoa. They got a nice 4-man faction going there.
Yeah. I was all right with it. I mean, I like Jacob, but I like that there's more drama added to the matches now, more interference. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it.
Sometimes
Solo
it gets
was due.
overbooked, but yeah.
Solo was due. I mean, you gotta.
Oh.
I thought he should have had a championship when I first started watching it. I was like, "Fuck this guy." Okay, him and Roman, and all that Paul Heyman shit. But yeah, I'm fine with it, Trevor. I'm at peace with it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, this would be first run on the main roster with a title for Solo. He won the NXT North American title when he was down there, but first main roster Solo title for him. So good stuff there. King of the Ring tournament final, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. A lot of ring psychology going on there as well. Orton hesitating with the punt, and then Cody attacking the back. Gonna be a little more vicious there.
Yep.
And obviously post match with Randy, long ass stare down with Cody. Then I'll just leave it. They do a little something on SmackDown too.
Well, what 5 to 8 minutes, I'd say, just stare down.
Something like that, yeah.
Working around,
and let the ground swell a little bit.
And she's like, "Are they reading the crowd?" I said, "I think they're not gonna."
Oh, they're just they're just letting the crowd get into it.
I mean, I'll tell you this: whatever your feeling is, they fucking love Randy Orton over there in Saudi Arabia. They fucking. I was like, "Holy shit!" And then Cody comes out, and it's like, "Holy shit! This is." I love the international crowds. I really do. I love the energy.
Oh, me too.
Even the end press conference they had at the table there, it was like, holy shit. They couldn't even get through some of the segments they were trying to do. So,
and it was just a little scrum of people. They were being pretty loud.
They're fucking chanting WrestleMania, all this fucking random shit. It's like,
and I will say, you know how crowds are singing Randy Orton's theme now.
Oh yeah.
Speaking from last night's experience, that's
intense.
It's real. It's intense when the lights go up and your voice.
Yeah.
Good. It's good stuff. And if I'm being totally honest, I listen to that song to get pumped up.
Oh yeah.
This
was the match of the night.
You think so?
Yeah. My opinion.
In terms of quality, you think?
I loved it. I loved the choreograph.
Not the Cena Punk match. This one. Okay. Good take. I like it.
I fucking loved it. I loved the crowd, the moves. I mean, slipping out of the RKO, Cody. Them. I'm trying to think of the word.
Kicked out of a super RKO too.
Kicked out of that, but the maneuvering with their moves, their finishers. That was good. Cody off the top rope, off the ropes. RKO. Fuck. Oh, okay. It's good shit. Yeah.
Awesome.
Loved it.
A lot of good storytelling there too. I mean, I know the Cena Punk match, same thing, but you have a developing story here between Cody and Randy. I mean, and you could drag that on for a long ass time if you really wanted to. So much history there, and apparently both guys have. Randy says he can go 10 more years. I'm like, okay, if you want to go 10 more years, dude, just spend a little bit of time feuding with Cody. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. And the science, though, because the back, that I think that's what's helping it. The health science. Oh, yeah. How far we're progressing and, all that shit with the back. So, yeah. Because there was something with the spinal cord, I believe. There's something going on there.
Yeah, he had a double fusion back surgery.
Yeah. So.
Or is it double or triple? I don't know. Multiple fusion back surgery.
Yeah.
Serious shit. But I had to rehab had 18 months off, so had to rehab after the surgery for a while. Queen of the Ring tournament final, Asuka, Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill coming out with the victory, and we'll get the championship match at SummerSlam against Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. I don't know. What'd you think of this one? Pretty pretty conventional by modern standards of I'd say like a powerhouse versus a quicker opponent in women's wrestling.
Yeah. I don't want to screw up her name because I feel like I do. Asuka, right? Asuka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asuka.
I love her. It's very fun
love
to watch.
the character, the paint, everything, the aura,
movement,
all good.
everything. Technique, how she's able to do her moves and shit. It's fucking awesome. Jade, long overdue here, Trevor. Powerhouse.
Yeah, I agree.
Fucking dog. Leave it at that. Long overdue. I love it. She comes in there. She's just that. I don't know how long ago it was, but when she came in that fucking white outfit with blood, I was like, holy shit. I mean, the badass hitman. I mean, who's going to fuck with her? Like,
yeah.
Jesus. Even Triple H alluded to it. She's due for a title chance. So,
oh, yeah. One of the best pure athletes that the WWE, I think, has ever seen.
Yeah.
And like you said, getting her due very soon. Just a matter of if she can handle business at SummerSlam against whoever the women's champion might be.
Yep.
And I'll just leave it at this with that. You are in for quite the surprise on SmackDown in regards to that women's title at Evolution.
Hell yeah.
If you want me to tell you after, I can.
Yeah.
It's killing me that I can't talk about it because it's so good. Anyway. Undisputed WWE Championship match, John Cena, CM Punk. I had Cena, you had Punk, and you went 2-4 on the night. I somehow went 6-0.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. I usually don't do that.
Fucking yeah. Cena.
I mean, you want to talk about overbooked as shit. Here you go, right? Is you had Seth Rollins interfering, you had his crew interfering. I believe you had Sami Zayn down there. I think LA Knight was down there at some point.
Yeah.
It got nutty. And oh god. Charles Robinson making his little run in. Getting decked by Cena.
Did not like that. That kind of pissed me off because I always
I know.
When I think about WWE rep, I think of him. That blonde hair.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's always in some shit. They always incorporate him in some serious. Yeah, he gets fucked up. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? I forgot his name. I forgot. I'm like, what? She's like, why are you so upset? I'm like, that rep's been fucking doing this since I was a kid. And he just got fucked up.
He's been doing it since the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of felt bad, but whatever. Yeah. No, Cena wins. And yeah.
Cena wins, lol.
Well, I will say this, and I feel bad that I didn't touch on it. And Cody's admiration to Randy at the end, that was fucking cool. I did appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
When he walking back, but also I liked how they were CM Punk's. They showed him walking out his full exit and all that. That was kind of cool because you don't really get to see that all the time, Trevor. So
right.
But, yeah, the match went how I thought. So.
Yeah, Cena wins by cheating. Lol, great.
Ruining wrestling, pissing me
ruining
off.
Wrestling. That's Say what really would have ruined wrestling if Logan Paul came down there and interfered.
I would have fucking lost my mind. Oh,
exactly. Or Travis Scott again. I don't know.
And I just watched that train. Yeah, we could talk about that later.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Rumor has it when he shook Punk's hand, and then did the serious face like he did at Chamber, like Fiend was playing in his head.
Jesus.
That's the trigger now. It's the trigger.
Whatever.
Fiend. Yeah.
Right on, you, Cena. And I caught myself halfway through this whole debacle of shit going on the screen. I'm losing my mind. I'm like, why am I getting upset? I knew this was going to happen. What the fuck am I?
Right.
It was like, what? Fuck it.
It's ruining wrestling, dude.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So, whatever.
Yeah. It was cool, though. Got to see a little bit of history. Punk Cena for the last time. Cena officially getting the upper hand in the rivalry.
And I'll say this, too. He has surpassed Hogan's heel run. That it is Cena completely all the way here, Trevor. There's not even close. It's over.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to say CM Punk elevated it that far for you.
It just added more to it, and I cemented that. And then I'm worried what direction we're going to go here. And I know we can talk about it after, but yeah.
Oh, we will. Yeah. Don't worry. We will.
If he fucks up Cody, I'm going to be. Oh, it's going to be hot in here. Yeah. I like Cody, but
what do you think they do with Cena at SummerSlam then? Like you would think he'd turn face again and finish as the ultimate good guy, right? Does that happen at SummerSlam, or is that too soon?
I think that last show. I think he just goes, "Hey, I want to apologize," and drops the mic and just walks out. But they bring his whole intro back out, his last show.
With the video and the, yeah. It's not just,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we'll see what they do. Yeah. Paul Levesque's a fucking mastermind, so
we'll see.
Baffles me all the time.
Yeah, I got you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll move on a scale of 1 to 10.
Are they fucked? Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
This week's edition of On a Scale of 1 to 10, Are They Fucked? How fucked are they with Trevor Dinsmore? Tell you.
Beautiful drop as always.
Mm-hmm.
Come right out with it. I alluded to it earlier. Talked about the woman that does this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Her world title reign as she faces Mommy at Evolution for the Women's World Championship.
She has her number.
That is true. Undefeated against her, I believe.
I'm going to go 6.
Was that a 5 or 6? Yeah,
Yep.
I think she can handle herself.
I think she can. Mm-hmm.
I think Rhea might finally get back at her after all this time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't forget Naomi has that Money in the Bank briefcase too, and she's been causing chaos on SmackDown. So if that matriculates over, that could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the ultimate heel move. I mean, you get these two big baby faces going against each other, and you cash in somehow. Yeah, that kind of suck. Plus, you switch brands at the same time.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Charles Robinson's ribs after being decked by Cena is run down to the ring during Night of Champions.
He's still laying in that arena. So 10.
I believe so. I believe, even though he did a podcast interview shortly after that, I want to say his soul is still in Riyadh. I don't know how he didn't hurt himself.
It looked rough. The landing, I was like, whoa, shit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you got a 250-pound guy bowling you over while you're running. I mean, apparently he wasn't running full speed. Like, it wasn't that WrestleMania run. It was about at 80%. If you watch it again, he kind of slows up a little bit knowing that Cena's coming. So if he were going full speed, he probably would have been launched into the freaking steps. And that would have been gnarly.
Yeah.
Gnarly. Honestly, that might have been the most entertaining part of the match when he got decked.
Correct.
Because, Rollins does this thing. I'm like, oh, shit. He's got a ref coming out. And then, of course, it's Charles Robinson redoing the WrestleMania run to the ring thing.
Yeah,
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. They know how to turn the nostalgia switch on at the right time.
They do.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Giannis Antetokounmpo's tenure in Milwaukee. They released Damian Lillard today, officially waived him. He'll get his $113 million stretched out over 5 years. Then they signed Miles Turner. 4 years, 107. I don't know what in God's name they're doing in Milwaukee.
Fuck.
And in the midst of all that, their superstar's future is up in the air. Classic small market problems, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, as we sit here today, with the Bucks roster being the way that it is, and the season ending the way that it did with Lillard tearing his Achilles, Bucks being eliminated. Giannis's future with Milwaukee.
Strong 8. Strong.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. I'm probably closer to a 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have some faith that they're going to find some way to keep him.
You have to, but I don't know.
They're going to get desperate. They're going to do something. They're going to do something strange.
Yeah.
Trying
That
to just
Lillard,
keep him around, extend him for one more year or 2.
yeah, that Lillard contract was fucking stupid. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, who would have thought he got hurt? You know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
I guess, playing the
Yeah.
role as well. I don't want to.
Of course.
Dude, he's a hell of a player, but 100 small market, Trevor. That's detrimental. That's a lot of fucking money.
It's a lot of dough.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll go 8 there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Strong 8, apparently. Strong 8. Is it in bold? If it's in Microsoft Word, the 8's in bold. Is that what we're talking here?
underlined as well. Mm-hmm.
Bold and underlined. Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'll leave my 7 at a normal 7.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
No italics.
Could get there. There.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
I got
close.
you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to those that use Microsoft Office products every single day of their lives.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, they fucked Stetson Bennett for going to college for 6 years playing football, apparently not getting his degree. According to a post from Leave Sportskeeda. Did not, and it was backed up by multiple other reputable sources as well.
What the fuck did he major in? Did we know, Trevor?
I have no earthly idea.
If I can get a goddamn degree in 4.5, what the fuck were you doing with the other 1.5 years? I mean, seriously, that's a 10. What did he really think it was? Yeah, 10 all day long. You have to have a backup plan in this case. Jesus, makes me sick. That's like Syracuse basketball shit there, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he majored in knitting. The fuck? What are we? What?
Art history.
Oh, that's the best. I love communications, art history, fucking what else is there? There's something else that they always I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
History.
I don't know. Music?
Yeah.
No, not music. Yeah, that's I don't know.
You're not
Whatever.
play an instrument? No. But you're a music major.
Yeah.
All right. How the fuck did you get that? All right.
Cool. You learned sheet music. You just didn't learn actually how to play it. Stetson Bennett did not graduate from Georgia. Played for 6 years for the Bulldogs. Won back-to-back natties. Never completed his degree, according to several sources.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Yeah, that just resurfaced on Instagram. I'm like, that's it's a little screwy. It's a little screwy.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get to debate time, did have to add a couple of folks. We got a twofer this week for the Buckle Up with the Boys Yeet list. One of them is going to be Pat Fryermuth for filling in for George Pickens at the Pittsburgh Youth Football Camp that was originally scheduled for June 28th, now moved to July 20th. So Pat and other folks apparently taken George Pickens' place after he, I guess, respectably or disrespectably declined to be there after he initially promised he was going to be there. I was contemplating throwing GP on the shit list for that, but I'm like, you know what? Let's look at that in the positive, okay?
Yeah, right.
I don't know if I'm going to spell this right initially. Might have to white it out later. We'll see. I think I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Maybe. I think I got it. And then another individual that I wanted to toss on here, Randy Moss, coming back to Sunday NFL Countdown full time after his cancer diagnosis and surgery. He did have an aggressive form of gastrointestinal cancer, underwent surgery and treatment, and is cancer-free. So
God bless him.
good on Mr. Moss, and it'll be good to see him back behind a desk talking football to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Well deserved, my friend. And anybody that kicks cancer's ass deserves to be on this list.
We love you, Randy. We love you. No, greatest, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. If you want to debate,
thankfully, did not play the Steelers too much. So
yeah. If there's anybody out there that disagrees, watch some film on him. Jesus.
Yeah.
But
it's number 2.
Yeah,
number 2, right behind
without a
Garrett.
doubt.
I don't think that's a question. I don't
There's
think
no
that's
argument
there.
there.
People. Yeah.
But good to go over to debate time.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Good to go, my friend. Thank you.
Yep. Oh shit! I forgot I had one for myself.
Weighing in at 240 pounds from Olean, New York, your St. Bonnie alum, Drew Billy, with debate time.
All right, yeah. Another week of debate time here. We got 4 questions for Trevor. Also stick around for his debate time question and Be a Man. Buckle up with the boys, Be a Man question of the week as well. What is the greatest side dish while camping? They pull this out, Trevor. You go, holy fuck. Yeah,
it's excellent. Like a side dish with a meal. Like what do we?
Yeah, you got potato salad, macaroni. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now I'm vibing with you now. I'm thinking of just the endless amounts of spreads that my lovely aunts and uncles always put out on the picnic tables. Always have. You know what? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Actually, corn on the cob. Because I don't know, they always just seem to get the best husks, and they put it in that big giant pot thing. It's like this tall. Because they make a shit ton of them for a whole group of us that goes camping, and it's wonderful. They got that spray butter that goes on it, and salt, pepper. It's perfect. It is wonderful. Not a lot of nutritional value in corn, obviously, but it's a delight. The only negative is the skins and stuff you get in your teeth after the fact.
Right.
Usually need a toothpick or some floss after.
Yeah, no, potato salad's up there for me. But I got to go with corn on the cob by the fire. There's nothing better. God,
I'm more of a mac salad guy, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Mac and cheese, very good, Captain.
Oh yeah.
Mac salad is very good too, Trevor. Yeah.
Mac salad. I do enjoy.
You really can't fucking go wrong. I mean, if you think about
it. No.
But what is the greatest?
No, real quick. Sorry. I'll tell you what's really good is if you do those cheesy potatoes and you put them over the fire.
No, yeah.
Those sliced ones.
Baked beans. Mm-hmm.
Good call. And of course, dessert. You gotta have a s'more, right? You gotta have a.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Double
the great? Oh, you have to. And okay,
on each side.
Let's throw a caveat to that. Hershey bar tastes the same or off-brand?
No, you got to go Hershey.
That's what I say.
Yeah, you got to go Hershey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hershey milk or dark chocolate. Yeah. Most people go with milk chocolate, and that's the crowd pleaser. That's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But if I'm with the right crowd, dark chocolate.
Yeah. No, I agree. What is the greatest rock band of all time, in your opinion?
No, that's it. Oh, wow.
I have mine.
Got me going through the Rolodex here. No, all right. Well, let's toss some out there. AC/DC. That's probably yours, right?
Mine. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that yours? Okay, I figured it was yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely up there. Oh, geez, you got Van Halen, Queen.
Queen has to be
back in the day. The Doors. Who am I trying to think of? Zeppelin. Beatles, Stones, Def Leppard, Bon Jovi, Radiohead, Metallica. Are you kidding me? Metallica, they're still going today. Some way, somehow, they're still doing it. I don't know how. They are. Trying to think here. Fleetwood Mac. The Eagles. Oh my God, the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Living it up and down.
Skinner. I think you threw them out there already. Skinner.
Who did I say? Skinner. No, I did not throw out Skinner. Yeah,
Yes.
that's that definitely needs to be included.
Yeah.
If you want to include Bob Dylan's band on there, go for it.
Heartbreak. Tommy Petty.
No.
Oh, Tom Petty. I'll say this though, and the reason I posed this.
Yeah.
Wait, did you give your answer? Sorry, Trevor. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, not officially, but you can kind of explain yourself, and then I'll give it.
The AC/DC's touring right now. People probably saw this video. If you did not, a lot of negative feedback. I will tell you this: these guys are 70 to 80 fucking years old, doing the best they can. You're not there. They're not going to sound like they did in their 20s and 30s. If you're going there for the sound, it's not the place for you. It's the nostalgia saying, holy shit, you saw them live. Yeah, it might not be the best performance, Trevor. I just hate when people do that to these bands.
Yeah.
They're 70 fucking years old. Like,
Yeah.
they're not going to give you what they had back then. It's still impressive.
Right.
They're rocking up there. If you watch
Angus Young is still wearing the schoolboy outfit. Skipping around doing, he's probably got to be like 70.
I would say the voice doesn't sound the same, but the guitar, the sound's there. Maybe not the voice. So we just got to take it easy on these old guys. I mean, there's a reason you're going to see them. So it is what it is. But
a couple I forgot to mention here, and I literally just Googled best rock band of all time because I knew I wasn't going to think of all of them all at once off the cuff. Pink Floyd, Roses, Guns N' Roses, Hot Chili Peppers, U2, The Who, Iron Maiden, and a lot of everybody's, well, not everybody's favorite, but a lot of people's favorite is Kiss.
Oh yeah, Kiss up there. Yeah.
Yep. And a personal favorite of mine, Rush. I like Rush. Neil Peart, man. Oh, he was
Boston.
Wonderful.
Boston's fucking all. I forgot about them.
Boston's fantastic, man. Yeah, Chicago too, honestly. Chicago's pretty good. Oh God, where do you toss Green Day?
You can give them rock.
Yeah,
they're up there for me.
Well, I mean, like in terms of like your rankings, where do you think
they're definitely?
You think they cracked that
for me? Chili's up there too. I love the fucking Peppers.
Yeah,
love them.
Oh, Sabbath's up there too for me. Anything Ozzy.
They're 3.
Wow. Okay.
Agreement.
Okay.
AC/DC, Queen, Black Sabbath.
Yes,
I got them.
Yeah. But I will say the best of all time, my opinion, obviously, very subjective question. The most influential of all time, and perhaps the most famous during their time, was the Beatles.
You got to go Beatles too.
Yeah. I mean, is it a cop-out answer? Yes, but it's my answer, so I'll own it.
They opened the doors, pal, and they came from another country and they opened the fucking doors. I mean,
they opened up the floodgates, man. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, them and Stones are up there.
Oh, you have to. Jimmy. I mean,
Jimmy.
Yeah, you got to put these guys. I mean, they're the cornerstone of what the hell you hear today. Even the music, I think rock's kind of died a little bit, but there's still pieces.
Yeah, it's there. There's still some influence there.
Yeah. What is your favorite firework?
Oh, that's an excellent question because I've seen a shit ton of them. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I'll let you give your answer while I
love firecrackers.
One in my brain here.
I love them. I will say, what the hell's it called? Hold on a minute, Trevor. I gotta look this up. Hold on. What the hell's it called?
M80s.
M80s are fun, but dangerous at the same time. Yeah.
Correct. I mean, you gotta, You could blow up off one of those. That would be good.
What the hell are they? God damn it. No, products, not display. Jesus Christ. Hold on.
What, did you just Google fireworks?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what. I just like the fountains. I mean, I'll just leave it. I mean, it doesn't really. I'm trying to think of the word right now.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, have Joe Dirt's fucking thing when he's at the store going through the
Whisker flippers, monkey cruisers. I don't know. I can't remember what all he said. They
Roman
made a shirt out of it.
Captain and say it.
Oh my God. Love me some Roman candles, man.
Yeah.
Love me some Roman candles. Fountains.
Yeah.
You got your comets, your brocades, all that good stuff. Just your regular old sparklers.
I love the ones they go in like a circle in the sky, and I don't know what the fuck they're called, but they like shoot up and then they it dies out. The shimmer, I love that. I mean that.
Oh yeah, it makes that. Yeah, makes that.
Badass.
Yeah.
It's like whoa.
Yeah, whatever ones that they fire off and it's rapid fire.
Yeah,
that's probably mine. Yeah, I don't know.
Like Batista when he comes out.
I'm gonna search the technical term here. Let me see here. Oh, those are cakes. Okay, yeah, cakes. Yeah,
cakes are.
That's probably it. That's probably it for me.
Yeah. But toughest guy in NBA history. You wouldn't fuck with him.
My goodness.
Rodman is up there. I'm not going to give him.
Lambeer. Honestly, Michael, Kobe. Oof. I mean, I know he might not be up there for a lot of people, but Marcus Camby when he was in his prime.
Yep.
Very good. Shaq.
Yep. I went Ben Wallace here, Trevor.
Yeah, you went Ben Wallace. Oh yeah. Totally get that. Honestly, anybody from the Pistons, really. Isaiah, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton. Yeah. What's his name? Prince, 22 for them.
Tayshaun.
Tayshaun. Anybody from that particular era, Pistons, you could run.
You got to put Michael.
Oh yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of guys that are just like known for their down and dirty toughness. I don't know if he would have been less injured, Bill Walton.
Yep.
Well, toughness and the fact that he's always coming back from injuries, I guess.
Kobe as well.
Yeah, all right.
Achilles free throw. Our test cat.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's a fool.
Yeah. No, Reggie's up there.
Yeah,
I'd say Ewing's up there.
I think of Larry as well.
Oh yeah.
Latter part, a lot of back issues.
And
that's why I give him credit for that. But yeah,
I got you.
Had to lay on the floor during the Dream Team era there. During the Olympics, couldn't sit on the bench. So, I mean, if that tells you anything. I mean, he had a boulder of Copenhagen in his cheek, but hey, it's all right, Larry.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
doesn't really matter.
Well,
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but I'll go Wallace here.
I literally just searched biggest badasses in NBA history. Honestly, yeah, I got to toss Mark Jackson on there.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought of Lambeer. He's number 4 on this particular list. Rodman's number 1 on this particular list, by the way. It's a Bleacher Report list.
I just felt it was dirty if I gave it to him.
Yeah, and a good shout out by Captain Insano with our test. He's number 5 on this.
Fucking nut job. Rodman's nuts, but Jesus.
Ben Wallace, number 7.
Really?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, honestly, Karl Malone too. We always forget how tough he was. People focus on some stuff outside of his actual playing career, but yeah,
going on there.
Yeah, and I know he. I had this guy in mind too, Bill Russell. Obviously, different era.
But Wilt.
Back in the day, that was much much more physical of a game. So,
Oh,
but yeah, I'll
Dr.
say my
J as
final
well.
answer is. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Dr. J as well.
Oh yeah, to an
Got the
extent.
shit beat out of him.
Dr. J, Moses, well, all those guys,
Yeah.
guys from that, all the Sixers from that era as well. Iverson
Yep.
to an extent.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll say Lambeer. He, one of the enforcers of the Jordan rules, right?
Yep.
So,
Ringleader.
yeah, he was the first guy to come to mind for me. So yeah, I'll stick with Lambeer there.
Yeah. No, but that's all I had for my portion here. We'll go over to Trevor's side of this, and yeah.
Cool. Real quick, sticking with the 4th of July theme.
Yep.
What does celebrating this holiday mean to you as an American? Getting real to the core of why we celebrate this thing here.
I think
before we
it's
get to it.
the most sacred holiday.
Oh,
For the it's,
Christmas.
Christmas is up there. I'm just saying. Well, okay. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Better
say
wording
Christmas,
there.
Thanksgiving. You gotta.
I think if you're an American, true, this and Memorial Day are the two most important. I think.
Yeah.
Think about, battles we had, the veterans as well, even though it's, sent around, but without our country, we wouldn't, or without our veterans, we wouldn't have a country. And then also all the, whatever your side is and what your feelings are on politics, also the people that laid the groundwork for us to have what the hell we have today. I think that's, instead of, shotgun and beers, I try to keep that in mind as best I can. I mean, I'm also the jackass that's blacking out. So,
well, I mean,
yeah, America.
Doing that as we speak. I'm in celebration of America, a real American brew right here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
That's
get
what I'm
deep with you
sipping on
there,
as we speak.
but also like,
You're good, man.
Celebrate freedom. There are a lot of places, and people think this place is bad. There's a lot of fucking places. You drop them off there, you tell me how you would turn out. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, I'm very grateful for that.
I got you.
So,
I got you.
Yeah.
Obviously, I could give the conventional answer of celebrating the principles that our country was founded upon, defeating the Brits and pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness, all that good stuff. Pursuit of being able to chug beer whenever you want to and eating hot dogs and hamburgers and being able to, have a big gulp and a hamburger in the same meal 3 times a day.
Right.
But honestly, it's about just realizing who we are as a people, that we are flawed, right? We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect.
Right.
That's because we have the one thing that people covet the most, and that is free will. We have that in spades here. I mean, if you go over to some of the countries, some of the countries we're at war with right now, and it's not a good situation, the way that they treat their own citizens and the way that they treat women and minorities and all that stuff. I mean, yes, we have our own issues here. We do. We have a lot of work to do over here. But there's a reason why people come here to pursue the American dream.
Yeah.
Because you are free to do so.
Yep.
Free to do so. And this is the country that enables you to do that the most. No matter race, creed, religion, whatever. You can make it here. You are free to make it here. I mean, I know there's a lot of issues and stuff going on with immigration now. Again, we have our imperfections. We got to get some of those fixed. But that's the beauty of it. We have the discourse, the ability to do that through our elected officials and figure it out as we go, man. And the beauty of I know this is kind of relation to the Constitution, not necessarily the Declaration of Independence, but beauty of the Constitution is it can be amended, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the beauty of the American people that we can change. We can change with the times.
Right.
And we can change for what's better for society.
Correct.
We can do that, I would say, rather quickly. Quickly. We can do that as a governing people.
Yes.
Not as people being governed.
Correct. Yeah. Good shit, Trevor.
Yes.
Good shit.
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably going to get a little bit deep here too with the Buckle Up with the Boys, Be a Man question of the week, as we always end our show with.
Yep.
When is it better to ask for forgiveness instead of permission? This can be in relationships. This can be in your profession. This can be in your personal life somehow.
Ask for forgiveness
rather than permission. Is there a time where that's applicable?
Yeah. Might have you go first on this one because
Did I stump you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to answer the question right. 2 weeks ago, I just went on this fucking rant and I didn't even answer the question. But yeah, what do you think on this, Trevor? just give me insight a little bit.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of it's when you're younger. A lot of it's when you're free to like make mistakes and grow as a human before your brain's fully developed and all this.
Right.
In order to learn from mistakes, you do have to make them.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta screw up a little bit, and hopefully you screw up less and less as time goes on. But I would say when you're going through obviously when you're going through like adolescence and the teenage years, you're gonna screw up a lot. You're not always gonna ask for permission for a lot of things, but that's kind of the beauty of being a young person is in a lot of scenarios you have a lot of time to figure all that stuff out. And honestly, your parents they kind of grow with you in that respect. They become adolescent parents in a way.
Right.
So yeah, I would say when you're a young person, when you're molding yourself if you're identify as a male, if you're molding yourself into a man, where you're trying to cross that threshold into adulthood, into manhood.
Oh yeah. No, I would. Okay.
I know I went very, very generalistic there, not very scenario based, but
yeah. No, I definitely. Fuck. Yeah, looking back. Adolescent years, just as an example here, I see where we're going with this. Okay, Trevor.
Sure. Yeah.
I would say I did more asking forgiveness than permission. A little bit of a piss missile.
Was there ever a scenario where that was a good thing in the long run?
No,
because I know in the short term, your parents, they punish you, they ground you, they take away your PlayStation, whatever. But
yeah, I just think
you get detention.
Yeah, I think some instances it could have led to some other things. So I think in the hindsight, if I could go back, how many goddamn years now? 15, 16 years. If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I'd say maybe asking permission would be better than just flying off the handle and asking for forgiveness later. Because sometimes I don't think I always deserved forgiveness for some of the things. And I think that's where regret comes in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You kind of regret things. I see. I hope I'm going the way we thought this was going to go. I don't know.
Honestly, I ask these questions never knowing what way it's going to go. So that's quite okay. That's the point.
Now, my older self, I'm doing more asking than just, you know what I mean, going forward. Because I don't want. I'm fearful of not being forgiven.
It's interesting.
I hope I'm going the right way with this. I don't know.
No, I think you did okay. You did okay. I was looking for more of like I don't know whether it was a scenario based thing or just, I don't know, something in your life that was applicable, even with Taylor or, whether your parents or
being told no to.
Instance, but
being told not to go to a party and then Sneaking
Going
out
to
the
a
back.
party.
It's sneaking out. Doing the old thing you see in the movies, put shit under the pillows and or under the blankets and you jump back in there. Oh, I got caught. Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah, because that's when they first. Sorry, Mom. I know you're going to watch this. They first came out with tracking. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for everybody out there. So you go on my Verizon on website, and they just came out with it, and I'm getting alerts. Some finding location. I don't know if anybody remembers this. I know the younger kids out there, if you're not around me and Trevor's age, when it first came out, but my phone drained 70 times. My location was tried to be found, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta. So, yeah, I mean, there's some instances that pushed the envelope, but I should have just.
I got you. Any of those that benefited you in the long run, or were they all just kind of?
Well, we had a good time.
I don't know. I was gonna say it seems like you learned some lessons along the way now, and now you know.
Shit could have turned it some way. I'll talk to you after.
Okay.
But yeah, that's hindsight, But that's a good question, though. That's good shit. Yeah. I see what. Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. Now I'm asking for permission because I'm married. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh. Yeah. Did you ask for? Here's the question for you then. Did you ask? Well, you probably asked Taylor's dad permission, right? I would have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
before you drop the knee and. Yeah.
I think it's and again, this is whatever you want to do. I just think it's the right way to do it. So
of
go
course.
over, meet the folks, talk about it. Even show them the ring, whatever you want to do about it. But that's old school. I think you need to keep that. That should not change. Yeah. Because some people don't, and I think it's fucked up, but it's all right.
Sounds like you've learned a lot from doing the first thing rather than the second thing. And
No, but
good. Yeah, that was a good reflection. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
No, thank you, Trevor. No, I'm telling you, I hope you guys hear these questions and make you think. It's not bad to think. Get the cobwebs off your head for a little while.
Yeah, get off the brain rot. Get off the socials, and get in your own head for a minute.
Yeah, but sorry, Trevor. Anything else?
No, just wanted to wish everyone a happy 4th of July, happy 249th birthday, America. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, whatever you're doing, and I hope it's with good friends, good family, and good food. Obviously.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate to pig out this weekend. You can work it off on Monday.
Hell yeah. No, just a caveat what Trevor said there. Hope everybody has a good 4th of July. Spend time with family and friends and, really think about, the country best you can because we're all lucky. So it's interesting times, but it is what it is. But we hope you enjoyed this episode on this Tuesday night here. We'll be back next Tuesday at 8:00, right? I don't think there's any issue. Yeah, we'll be back.
No.
But Tuesday at 8. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. God bless. Anybody enjoys sports, send them our way. Your weird neighbor, weird uncle, grandma, girlfriend, whoever the hell enjoys sports, send them our way. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And have a good day.
Cheers. Peace.